when we last left off, our intrepid heroes adventured in the Holy City. There was a great deal of discourse with a dragon that really wanted to get his wick wet with the princess, but had been denied by the party's actions. Our heroes got to investigate the celestial library kept by Senatrea's minions, and of course, talk more with the goddess, and discuss potential draconification of Tarn in the future. At the end of that meeting, though, Tarn came to the realization that if he wanted to truly walk the path of redemption, then he needed to fess up to being a genocidal maniac. Unfortunately, Merz isn't here again, so that's a bit awkward.
It's a
But
lot awkward.
yeah, a little bit. It'll be fine though, I'm sure. In the meantime, the party has temporarily split up as Hashat and Tassie and Ursula are gonna spend a couple days vibing in Aran City and the nearby
Oh,
Elven Embassy.
I would like to correct that, like, vibe for a couple of days. That's a lot of fucking time. We need to be goddamn productive here. What the fuck do you think we are? Elves? Fuck no.
I
Some of
mean,
us
Tassie
actually
is an
has
elf. That's
fucking
the whole
limit.
point of going, is to vibe.
Yes, but not for a couple of days. We were gonna say hello, look at
I mean, it's got to be a couple of days. I've got to take a fucking boat to an island. It would be a waste if they rushed back here, but we're still out at goddamn sea.
Yeah, there would be all that time, but some of us have a fucking limited lifespan. Come on.
Not too fucking bad, but there is literally no reason why she shouldn't enjoy a couple of days there, because literally there is going to be travel time for me and crew to get to island and back.
Yeah,
Tassie is perfectly
I know.
happy to let you get teleported back to the tower whenever you want.
Indeed. Just
mean-
buying some stuff beforehand before we set out because we need to go to we teleport to Aram City first.
Yeah, you guys teleported directly to Aran City, and then Nahia and Tarn
Yeah,
teleported to the tower at the same time.
which is a really good thing that the tower the circle is at the Mage's librarium,
Yes, it's a Briar Mount.
whatever. Paramount, yes. Which makes it easy access to buying stuff, correct? Like
Yes,
scrolls.
it's probably for scrolls. Yes, you can get basically anything there.
Okay, so would like
Yes, you may have.
buying a couple of scrolls of sending and those AoE, what's it called? AoE protection from undead.
Sure, protection from evil 10-foot radius. Let me see what
Yes.
the rarity on those things are. I assume they are actually things in the compendium. Let's see. Protection.
Yeah, when they're AoE,
Scroll protection.
they had to be, from your saying was, they're 50% more expensive and they are single type protection.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, and do be aware that the aura stays centered on you. It's not like you pop the scroll and then everyone who was in 10 feet gets the benefit. It's like you become a mini paladin aura, basically. But yeah, 50% over normal protection from evil and good.
Really? Wasn't that it was to give a group protection?
Yeah, as long as they stay near you.
Ah, okay, you changed that then.
I don't think so. But yes, while you are in town buying your stuff, Cassie and Hashat will begin their trek off to go check out an elf castle. And Tarnavak
Yeah, but
and
it's a quick path. I'm literally the one carrying, walking now. Sorry, driving now,
I mean, if you want.
so they can get there. Yes, because I was
Okay,
supposed to look
so
at.
you want to go super fast, but you're also going to accompany them all the way to the castle, and then wait a day for them to teleport you back as the shot's out of spell slots now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just wanted to confirm. Anyway, so while you're doing that, Nahia and Tarnavak and Szooth, I guess, have teleported back to the tower, and having radioed ahead that they are arriving, Lord Winter and Aerie are down in the foyer to meet you. Nahia, when you arrive, Lord Winter looks you dead in the eye, puts a hand over his mouth, and begins snickering uncontrollably.
What are you... Oh. Ah.
What the fuck happened to you?
Look. Embla likes big, shiny, and gold.
What the fuck's an Embla?
Sorry, I've got a brain that is in many, many realms. Sorry, Mithras. Thinks that the color blonde is sweet, adorable, and well, when she saw me, I was very much gothed up, which she decided to resolve that little matter. What? I think it is a beautiful shade of gold.
Ah, shit. That's fantastic.
Ah, shucks. How about you guys? Have you been surviving well enough?
Yeah, all's well here. I see Senatrea ate about half of you. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we'll get them back. They just got to finish traversing the length of her body, it takes a while.
Aris just scrunches her face up, goes, ew.
No, I jest. Some of them are busy partying. Tarn had some business with the Triarchs, and I need to, go touch base with the family and make sure that everyone knows that we're safe and intact. Because it's about to be Ring Quest. I'm gonna have to go figure out what's up with that ring.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And you said you wanted to come along for it?
That's right.
Wait, what ring again?
The Ring of Regeneration, Szooth. For the surgery.
Oh, right.
I know, we've been through a lot of shit, but that has still forever been my goal since exiting, the traveling band that is the winter season. And then, alas, we have been needed in just about every possible direction.
That does happen.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I have some old holdings out there I'd like to check on.
Yeah, and apparently, Wraith Queen to kick in the deckhole?
Well, she ought to be dead, but her 3 kids are still trucking around last I knew.
Okay. Well, we shall have to see that they, don't go murdering the living and creating tormented shades of undeath.
They've been doing that for 1,000 years. I'm sure they're content. I don't think
Content?
anything lives out in Stormvale anyway.
I see. Well, still. It would be good to know what the hell they're all doing.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. Carry on.
Yep, I've got to go and score some boats. And send out some messages. And, well, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I will probably be back sometime early evening and then leaving on a boat in the morning.
When do you reckon we'll be heading out?
How long does the boat journey there and back take?
Like a day, day and a half, the worst case.
About 3 days.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think 3 days. That'll at least give me a day to spend with family before we have to run off again.
Sure, that'll give me time to get my affairs in order.
All right,
Yeah. See you then.
Yeah, and I shall head on out.
All right. Yeah, scoring boat is relatively easy. Let's see. Since your boat is not here, however, let's see. It is 30 silver to get there and 30 silver back if it's just you. So that's like 6 gold.
I'll be booking it for the morning just because I'm pretty sure Tarn also wants to go back and see his family.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I'll book it for the morning so Tarn can hop aboard. And it'll be a journey there, a day on an island, and a journey back.
Sure thing. And I reckon by the time you are getting ready to leave the city itself, then Ursula will have popped back into town.
Cool.
Skip poop.
Oh, good. The
That's right.
dragon finally shat you out.
I'm not on the map though, so I can't really do anything.
Grab your token. That is a fair point. I was already on the overworld map. Boop.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, Nahia said you were eaten by a dragon. Figured they'd all sacrificed you and Hashat and little skinny cleric thought to get amazing draconic powers.
We didn't get shit in terms of powers. I got a hug.
Well, clearly you got shit out too, so I guess it all balances out in the end.
I don't know about the whole eating part. We had a lot of good food there. Real nice. She was huge.
Yeah, so
Like,
I've
We
heard.
fought, we fought like big dragons before, but like her head was like the size of a full dragon. It's like she was massive.
Well, you know what they say about dragons, they just get bigger the older they get. Kind of like salamanders, but exponential, I suppose.
Well, if she was supposed to be the first one that to ever come, so like then it's like understandable she's that fucking big.
Yeah, if the legends are true that she's the first and all.
Well, yeah, that is true. But she's made of Residium.
Well, that explains the skip in Nahia's step.
Oh, yeah, still high as
Oh, yeah.
balls.
Oh yeah, and you know her granddaughter.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's also one.
well, I sort of figured that, being a granddaughter and all.
Oh yeah, but she's like fire and ice. But I saw her turn into a dragon, and it was like, oh, well, that's a smaller version
Hmm.
of Senatria.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's like weird, but cool.
That is weird, actually. Because neither Tazrin nor Tiamat were Residium dragons. Come to think of it.
Yeah, I was like the big hug Tiamat was she was ice dragon. I don't know what Tasha was.
He was a fiery boy.
Okay, so little firewood. No way. How the hell is she a Residium?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because she touched the tree, remember?
Other character, 9 intelligence. The simple math of like fire, ice, okay. Why Residium suddenly?
Hamster wheel noises from Ursula's brain.
No, it's just a slight wiggling back and forth of a sleeping hamster on that wheel. Like it's just one of those things that doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe it's a gift from Senator herself. Who the fuck knows? Anyway, glad you're back. Where's the cow?
Oh, she's stuck with the elves.
Ugh.
Yeah, so we about a lot of like anti-ghost stuff and sending stuff here. So and I helped them get there in good time and watch the actual architecture. The stonework in the place was really nice, even if a bit thin, not properly built, but very decorative. But still, good craftsmanship.
Well, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
solving anything for you. It's all about the looks.
Well, yeah, and I was in the city. I got the copies of um, right ancient uh, stonework. So I got those books to read with. But yeah. So they're stuck with all these. I'm actually surprised. There were a lot of like what ambassadors and princes were like very brown, like like dirt and chocolate. That's brown, right?
Kind of racist, but yes. I reckon
No,
it's
I
because they
mean
spent
like
so much time up on the surface. Whatever happened to make them all purple seems to be wearing off over time.
well, no, I mean like that's brown, right? Chocolate is brown.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, because I held up a piece and like tried to compare it to it, almost like to me it's like like soil.
I don't think anybody favorably appreciates their complexion being compared to dirt, but I'm sure that went down fantastically.
Oh, I didn't say it because I what's the word again? Like she makes a motion to her clothes. It's like my hair is like soil, and my clothes are almost same color, right?
Sure.
It's like the whole what's the word again? Yeah, it's like Nahia and her purple thing. Remember?
August slowly nods his head. Yes, I understand completely.
Yes,
Anyway,
like
I'm gonna
they're supposed.
go finish getting ready for this adventure we're all going on, so you'll excuse me.
Oh, which one is that one this time?
The ring of whatever.
Oh, right, the
Yeah.
ghosty stuff.
I don't know about
I have to
ghosts,
go.
but it's for Nahia's girlfriend's legs.
And little kitten.
Sure.
Oh, you don't know?
Nor do I particularly care.
Oh, she's a good little girl though.
I'm sure.
But what are whites? What do whites don't like?
Whites are shittier vampires, basically.
So
Let's see.
other than being pale, so
Yeah, so silver weapons are good versus them. Totally resist poison, resist most blight type attacks. Don't like sunlight. It's about it. Oh, and they'll drain life like a vampire does.
okay. So I got this. I got these scrolls of uh, big protection for undead, and I got these sending. So
What do you need ascending for? Did you have minions for that?
yes, but when see what they've been talking about is like um when you send a sending, it can take a while for people to answer back because they need time to think.
Sure.
Nobody has done like and be like, what's the time limit?
Couple of minutes, I reckon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because nobody's ever said like, oh, you have to answer it instantly or something like that. It's like they're just. So I'm wondering like how long before you have to actually reply, if there actually is a time limit.
Well, look at you, little Archmage. Doing some magical experiments.
Well, I can't really do a magical experiment because every time I try it, people bust my circles.
Yeah, who would do that?
People do that.
Well, people suck. You should kill all of them.
No,
But what if yes? There's food for thought. Think on that in depth. I'm gonna go upstairs.
so Eric, can you like look at these scrolls and actually tell me if there's like if they actually have like a time limit?
Alright, let me have a look. She unfurls one of the scrolls and gives it a look over. No, you have to start answering pretty much immediately. You'd have, I'd say, about 60 seconds to start. Once you receive the sending, of course. If you're sleeping or some such, it'll delay until the next available opportunity.
Oh, so it says like you must answer immediately.
Yes.
Ah, because a lot of the magic stuff is like very weird in the word to be like, oh, you could do that, or you can do it later, or but you always have it like in your head.
That seems to be the nature of magic as far as I've come to understand it. It's all very technical and full of jargon that doesn't make any sense to anyone but a wizard.
Well, you're a wizard.
I am now, and so it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Spreads her hands.
Oh well, it's too bad I don't have my what's that? What was it called? That template?
Hmm.
No, I was when we were up by the what's it called the other place there and the libraries and stuff like that. I was busy drawing out like shapes and geometry and apparently I was starting to make a summoning circle somehow. Don't know
Ah,
how.
yes. Augie mentioned that incident. You really should be more careful with what you do. Geometric shapes have patterns, and patterns have power.
Yeah, I know, but I'm good with that. I'm good with like
Yes, and you'd make a
shapes and
fantastic wizard. You have the steadfast, bullish determination to make an excellent one if you had the opportunity to do a little more book learning.
well, you sort of need a lot more than I have. Just wraps your
Well,
head.
you're a long-lived individual. You have another century or so in you. You could pick up a little magic if you wanted to. Why, you could sign a pact with one of my darling daughters and empower yourself like a warlock. Wouldn't that be fun?
Why though?
Why not?
No, I mean like why would they, like say yes?
See previous answer. You and your friends have helped us all a great deal, and the girls are fond of you, even if they tend to keep their distance from strangers. I have no doubt that if you wished, they'd be happy to share a shred of their little power, to see you take on new heights. After all, they did much the same for
Mm,
August, once his paladin powers had been revoked. 2 daughters, 2 warlocks.
So he didn't get like uh uh Calera to stuff, or
Oh,
did he?
gods, no. No, he waffled for a couple of days and then asked the girls to try and help their old man out.
So he didn't want to be a paladin of redemption then?
As if August could maintain that strict code of conduct Kalir demands of her followers. Please,
I mean, he's been really good.
being a good person and following Kalira's code of conduct are different things entirely, and Besides, the whole point of being a paladin is that you believe in something so fervently that it manifests as, well, power. And August does not believe in redemption, at least not bringing it to others. He barely believes that he deserves it himself.
You know, it would be nice if there was like a god of happiness, like just
That's Kanara.
happiness. Well, she's friendship and camaraderie and stuff like that.
Yes, indeed. Friendship, adventure, revelry. All the things that make life worth living.
Well, there are all those that are happy when they're like, get to do what they like and not, like sometimes it's not just people's because there's actually quite a few who just get away from people and then just do stuff they like
Sure, and we call those
alone.
Candonites, and they go live in secluded monasteries and spend their whole lives making strange pieces of art and wonderful magical items that no one ever uses. At least until their monasteries are inevitably destroyed and their precious works scattered to the winds for other adventurers to pick up.
Yeah. Wait, who's the god of art then?
Kandar.
Wait, he's the god of art?
He's the god of all craftsmen.
I need to look. I need to update my my head on them. Yeah, I'm surprised there.
Indeed. Although Kalira is the
Um,
goddess of the performing arts, but actual physical
oh,
works d'art are Kendar's domain. Yes, no, the dour dwarf doesn't go around dooting at people with a little horn.
horn. Hey, goat. Made me think of that little goat we saw in the infirmary. We were supposed to see her, like perform, but then the whole, uh, uh the whole attempt happened.
What?
Oh, during the coronation.
Oh, yes, of course. Ah, you mean Frida
She,
Gallium. Yes, of course. I know what you mean now.
yes, she was supposed to perform it. When you said horns, I think of music and goat. No, but sorry, getting started. No, I made when we were with uh, August's cousin, and I got to draw my sheppy. And he said I made a perfect template for summoning.
Yes, it
And
seems that you did.
yeah, and I was Saris took it.
As well she should.
I do remember it, so I can like draw it just with regular pen and paper, like ink and paper like that.
You
Ink
still
and parchment.
probably shouldn't. You don't want to just leave that information laying around.
Well, I'm not leaving it around. I'm giving it to you.
I, I know how to summon demons, dear. I may look like a dainty little red-headed elf at the moment, but I still am the queen of demons. If I
Well,
wanted, I could flood the
yes.
world with countless, no, limitless numbers of my kind. But that would be rude, so I
Why?
don't.
Yeah, and like, why? Aren't you like happy where they are?
No, nor are they miserable, nor do
Why
they feel
not?
much of anything.
Why?
She spreads her hands. The best way to explain it to you, I suppose, is that in the abyss there is little to no sense of time progressing. There is no emotion, there is no want or need. There simply is. You feel and experience pretty much nothing.
So they just are until they get here?
Precisely. And that is why demonic possession is such a, well, I wouldn't say common, but a noted occurrence. The denizens of the abyss get a whiff of what's going on up here in the material world and come running to investigate, to experience something, a marvelous and new and, well, novel experience. The experience of experience. And for the most part, go
It just,
promptly mad from overstimulation.
yeah, just, but when they go back, then
They don't. That's the problem.
why?
It, you, it's a one-way trip, Ursula. I can't go back to the abyss, even if I wanted to. I am forever
Well, the
bound to this
question is,
plane.
well, then, yeah, the question is, why?
I don't rightly know. I suppose Senatrea crafted the veil to be permeable only in one direction. You'd have to ask her. All I know is that when a demon is killed here, their spirit does not reappear in the abyss. 'Tis gone forever, lost like tears in rain.
Well, that sucks.
It does. Especially since
I mean,
August's
like,
parents tried to kill me. Lucky for me, they
well,
didn't
yeah,
succeed. Otherwise, I'd be gone forever.
well, yeah, that would be suck because you're very nice. Well, at least to us. I can't say that for everyone, but
Oh,
to us, you've been
please.
really nice.
I'm nice to everyone, or at least not nearly as deleterious, dangerous, as the old elves would have you believe. There's once a time I was just as righteous a soul as August was, but, well, being tortured to death does do something to one's perspective on life.
Yeah, but bad things happen. It does, like that, the mirror thing that I was talking about. Once the mirror is broken, you can't make it whole again. It just put the pieces together.
Precisely.
I have a question.
Oh dear. Yes.
You can't banish them back, right?
Correct. The banishment spell, when it engages with the abyss and denizens thereof, simply destroys the spirit. Poof. Gone forever. I don't know how it works with elementals, as I'm not one, nor do I have any relationship with any. I assume it's probably just as bad.
Well, okay. So I was thinking like the circle that used, well, the form that you use to summon something through it.
No.
You can't just reverse it. No. Right.
No, believe me, I've had several thousand years to wander this world and look for some form of solution, and there simply isn't one. And even if there was, I'm not sure that anyone who could would want to go back.
Well, yeah, that it would because if you think about it, if one actually got back there and they brought like all the memories and like the sensations and then just
Yes, I would probably
what
drive them
happened if
quite
you
mad.
well what's the word again? Do they have like bodies there or is this just like water?
Not as you would understand it. It's all very ethereal.
So ghosts.
Sure, something like that.
So is it huh. Well, it's too bad, like, um because and something that made me think well, when you said that they were saying about when the demons, do you need each and every one of them to make a whole one? Like all the emotions, and right?
Sort of, yes.
Otherwise, you get like one for one,
Yes.
one of something.
Yes.
Then why aren't they immortal?
Demons are immortal.
No, they can die.
Well, yes, so can anything.
Then they're not immortal. But because I'm thinking like if they are like put together by all that stuff that's keeping them together, why don't they like well if the body just go, you know, flat, but they why don't they just go into another or like grow a new one?
That's how any soul works, Ursula. And a demon, probably someone isn't made of emotions. It simply has a balance of experience with them. It's still just a spirit, same as I am, same as you are. A demon could become a ghost and haunt somebody and possess their body, I suppose.
Well, yeah, and like ghost. Well, you see, isn't like ghost supposed to be like a soul that hasn't moved on?
Correct.
Then yeah, why since then why don't demon souls just stay and then go
Why don't most people's souls just stay, Ursula?
because they believe that they go to the dream and can have a nice rest and don't have to do all this shit again?
No, no, that's not quite it. It's for most people not exactly optional. You can't will yourself to stick around as a ghost.
Right?
because the veil between worlds sucks up errant spirits and churns them out into the dream where they belong, or else destroys them entirely and strengthens itself by means of consuming their soul essence. Which is what happens to most demons when we die. Although I suppose theoretically there's nothing stopping us from going to a dream, if a god would allow it, which I doubt.
Would Kalira say yes?
I don't know. I don't really want to find out either.
Well, you could ask her.
Well, yes, I could ask her, but finding out for truth versus a comforting lie my daughter might tell me are two very different things.
What would you like to her? Well, okay. That's true. Like your parents.
She is, after all, the goddess of trickery. I have no illusions about what she is.
Well, hopefully she's a good girl and not isn't lying to her parents.
She is a very good girl, but if I was having some sort of existential crisis and she believed that telling me a lie that cannot be disproven would help my mental state, I have every confidence she would tell me a little white lie to bring me peace of mind. Because, as I
Oh,
said,
but
she is a very good girl.
well, yeah, but I was thinking like for other demons. So that, other demons in case, like they don't have to go like poof. And be, can actually meet people who know if they believe in Kalira, actually meet their friends and stuff like that.
Well, perhaps someday there'll be a demon priest who fervently believes in a god enough to justify the attempt. I don't know, and I don't particularly care one way or the other. I have every expectation that when I die I will simply cease to be, and that is that.
I have a question.
Okay?
When you do the whole soul part into like a gem thing, that magic, right?
Yes.
Do you like actually take a piece of their soul?
Yes.
Oh, do you know if like holds up her hands like, oh, do you know if they're like know and can feel and be like, like when you take a piece of cloth, there's like a thread all the way.
What?
Well, yeah, you said you take a piece of the soul, like
Yes.
yes, and then like is it like like a string, like or like when you pull a thread on cloth or like
Uh,
melt cheese, there's like this string between them.
Sure, that's a apt enough metaphor, I suppose.
But can't that be used to like if somebody doesn't want to go to the dream or don't want to go poof, can't they like make like a
You've
magical
done that, Ursula. I know you and your friends have literally taken a soul stone and stuffed a whole person into it. Tashat's wearing one on her head, like some gaudy crown.
okay, yes, but um I mean like can't you like prepare one of those so and keep on your person?
You mean a phylactery? Yes, I suppose I could become a
What?
demon lich if I wanted to, but I don't really want
What?
to.
No. I mean, not like that. If you see, she's stuck in a soul stone, like you said. I mean, can't you like make a soul stone that is prepared in case you die to just
Yes, that's
Put
called
the
a
soul there.
phylactery.
Why do you need to be a lich for that? It works on
Because it's a
others,
perversion
right?
of the natural order, of the highest, well, order. One should not control the destiny of their own soul, so saith Senatrea. And Talion and all the other dickhole gods.
Wait, really?
Yes, you cannot
What?
prime a soul stone on yourself. If you want to trap your own soul on the mortal plane, it's called a phylactery and it turns you into a lich when you revive. I suppose if you wanted to, you could simply will yourself not to have a new body, and then just be a
Well,
phylactery, but that doesn't seem particularly helpful.
well, we're trying to give, a body to, like, fuck, what's her name again, Savin? The magician acolyte?
And she's on this map here, it's Prisha.
Prisha. Yeah, well, Prisha is ghost and staying,
Yes,
and we're trying to, yeah, she's gonna get to, like, we're trying to get her a golem body, remember?
yes, I do remember. Both Prisha and her golem body are in my house. They scare my neighbors,
Yeah,
Ursula.
what neighbors?
You you realize people have houses on either side of this property, right?
You live on a hill!
Yes, in the middle of the city. In the nice part of town too. You live right down the street. I can see your house from my window.
Yes, because you're in a tower up on a hill.
Yes, and you're still on the same street as I am.
I'm like really far down the road. What you talking about? That's a really long street then. I'm like way off. Of course you can see really far. You're really freaking high up in the tower.
Yes, and I also have neighbors within 100 yards of the property.
Well, then have you told Prisha don't spook the neighbors?
Yes, and then August told her to spook the neighbors.
Have you spanked August for telling her for saying that then?
Yes?
So she stopped,
No?
and he's doing it because he likes you spanking him.
Most likely, yes. So is there a point to this line of questioning, or shall I go join my husband upstairs and spank the shit out of him?
Oh, if you want to go have a nice time, sure, you can do that. I'll try to figure this out on my own then. Just, I got nice books and stuff, so I probably, I've just been trying to figure out and design like what the dream and the places and stuff looks like.
It doesn't look like anything, Ursula. It's just a metaphysical construct. Actually, you know what? Hold on. No, I can explain what the dream looks like. Hold on. Ari goes upstairs for a moment. You hear vague, heated arguments from upstairs, and then she returns with a string of roughly fist-sized glass beads, all of which are on a string, and which have a slight ring on the end of the string, and she sets this long string covered in beads down on the ground and forms it into a circle. And she loops the end of the string through the ring, tying a little knot, creating a perfect ring of spheres, and says, "Look, this is what the dream looks like. It's a bunch of individual realms, basically in a circle. Each bead is a dream."
Ah, and just looks at that and just thinks. And the more followers and you have, the bigger the beat, right?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. But the nicer the beat.
Sure, that makes sense, yes.
Okay, so you can have a low quality bead next to a high quality bead. And we're like right in the middle there, connecting to all of them.
Yes, yes, you are here. Ari will put her finger down right in the middle of the circle.
Yeah. Okay. So the abyss is.
Ari reaches into her robe and takes out a scroll of like magic missile level 1, just lays that down, picks up the circle of beads, pauses, rubs them off very thoroughly on her pant leg, sets that down on top. That's the abyss. And she returns her finger to the middle, now holding it up like an inch off the paper. And you are here.
Oh! Just air wiggling. Big eyes. So that's what it looks like. I think I figured it out.
Ari will glance up the stairs to where August is kind of peeked around, gives her a thumbs up, and retreats. Well, glad I could solve that mystery once and for all for you.
No, that explains why the summoning circles look like they do. Oh, yes, it explains so much.
Ari just nods her head slowly.
So what's above us?
Ari casts Mage Hand and brings a strawberry over, and just Mage hands it over the circle of anal beads. That's the moon, Ursula.
Thanks.
And yes, before you
I'm
ask, above that is the sun.
No, not that. I was thinking, like, um, like, um, like you said, metaphysically above us.
Yes.
I'm spending inspiration here.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
16.
Oh, it's so sad you sent inspiration. Oh no. Okay. What
Yeah,
would you
it's a
like
s-
insight into?
No, I said I'm spending inspiration, not insight.
No, I know,
Intelligence to figure.
You did spend inspiration. You did not roll a 1, but what would you like insight into with that intelligence test?
Like on the metaphysical scale, the moon is above us. But
Yes.
since yes, here's the thing: the abyss gets power, and draws power, sensations from us. The gods get prayers from us. Where the fuck do we? So, and she said the moon was above us.
Mhm.
So the moon has a lot of power holding shit together here on our plane, and on the lowest plane, so to speak, is the abyss, which is the opposite of us. They are the non-existent versus ours. Ours is the existence, and hyper-existence is the moon.
Congratulations,
Holy shit!
you've discovered the topography of the cosmos.
So, and that's like the stages. Hyper-existence gives birth to existence. Existence gives birth to non-existence. See? So the only way we exist is because of that. That is Ursula's insight.
All right, Ursula's become a fucking
So
Buddha. Congratulations.
it just she just slaps her closed palm on her palm, the bottom of her fist on her palm, say, "I got it. The only reason we actually exist is because of the moon."
Ari just nods her head slowly. Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah. Yes, because you said that you said the abyss at the very bottom has nothing. They exist, but they don't have anything. And we have things. And we get things from up above. So that way there's only, the moon above, like you said. So that means the gods get their stuff from the moon.
Ari's gonna blink a couple times, lean down and say, if Kalira smites you out of existence, this isn't my fault. I want you to know that.
Huh?
Nothing. Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. Now I have to just figure out a way to draw that.
I think instead of drawing, you'd be better off making a model.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I can use the stonework, and it's like,
Yes, just get a bunch of
yeah.
stones and string them together, and you can more or less work it out. While you're working on that, she begins picking up the beads and stuffing them into a robe pocket. Do you want a scroll of magic missile by any chance? I don't want this anymore.
Oh, well, okay, sure. Just pull it up, put it away.
Alright. I'm going to go, check in with August. I'll talk to you later, Ursula.
Okay, I'm gonna go buy some stone and start hammering.
Oh, gods. The Italian's not around to see this. Actually, no, I'm not. He'd have an aneurysm.
Off to town to buy some stone.
Alright, so while Ursula's off doing that, Nahia, you are on a boat to your island. Luckily, there are a bunch
Hooray.
of privateers floating around, so there's really no chance of anything going wrong there. And you are
Mhm.
able to make it to Losstaker Island unperturbed. What do?
Well, since they're going to be stuck around themselves for a day in this village, I will pay for that crew to eat and drink for free while they're on the island.
Fair enough, they certainly appreciate that.
Since they got me there with zero hassle. And because just, seeing people get involved and having a good time on that village is probably a good idea. Build up their reputation somewhat. Fucking Hashat Tassie. Astounding. Okay, so first things first, I'll swap Vor onto Mori form so that she can also, say hi to the living peoples and have a little explore. And hopefully, spot some of our various families on this fucking island.
Yeah, indeed, as you come up from the docks, you see a trail has been cut directly from a now much more professional looking dock with solid new wooden planks up to the construction site of the tower and village. And all along the way, for about 20 meters or so, there are posts hammered into the ground, each of which bears a tiny goblinoid skull.
Wow. Wow, they have been busy. Do you think this is a little bit unfair to Tarn after he's just gone through all of that to see that his family is keeping the tradition alive and well?
This is an unfortunate turn of events, yes.
Well, they had a good time, and I'm sure that means that it'll make sure the other goblins leave them the fuck alone. And they
Yes,
cleaned
indeed.
them, which is also good.
Oh,
I'm
oh. Why, if my ears do not deceive me, I believe I hear a certain tiny Amazon now.
excellent.
And indeed, coming over the horizon is a tiny Kunigund wielding the Holy Avenger and wearing a skull necklace.
Oh, bit.
Nahia! Nahia!
Well, hey, Kuni.
She zooms over and jumps up, gives you a big hug. The Holy
Ugh.
Avenger keens through the air just inches from your ear.
Uh, I feel like if there's any weapon that I'm not unconditionally afraid of being in the vicinity of, it's the Holy Avenger.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I still never want to wield it, but I feel like the natural distrust of weapons is a lot lower around said Avenger. I careful with that thing though. I am fond of my earfins being attached.
Oh, please. I'm super good with this thing. You should see me go.
I can see the evidence for your going hanging off of you and clickety-clacking together.
She nods enthusiastically.
Did
Yeah,
not think Takara had so many goblins on it.
they didn't. Mom says they got driven up onto land by all the sharks.
Ah, water goblins.
Water goblin. Mm-hmm.
I
Mom
don't think Tan
says
would
that
mind.
Dad says these are the lowest form of goblins, so it's the most okay to kill them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was a sailor for quite a while. I can assert they are vermin-grade creatures. Their favorite trick is to break into sleeping people's rooms, kill them while they're asleep, and take all their things and their bodies for eating.
Mm-hmm. But there's no more on the island now.
I'm glad to hear it. You're a little bit horrified at your gruesome choice of necklace.
I made one for Dad, too. Look. She puts her backpack down, ruffles through it, and pulls out a Tarn-sized skull necklace.
Oh, he's going to love it.
Mom says I did a great job, which
You
I
did an
totally did.
excellent job. Well done, well done, well done indeed.
She
And how have the
beams.
rest of you been doing?
Pretty great. There's a whole bunch of salamanders on the island now, so... Well, the village is getting built pretty quick, except for that tower, because it's, all stone and stuff. But
Yeah,
the cool witch lady has been drawing some kind of magic circle in it every day.
yeah, that's right. Once it's been done every day for a year, it will be able to teleport from here to anywhere we want, back and forth, no problem.
Ooh. Well,
Very
most of my
convenient.
fighting's been done protecting her and the tower, because it's like all the goblins want to come up there just to mess with her.
Yeah, yeah, the Mage's Tower is like a ripe claim for like verminous grade monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she deeply appreciates the help.
Cooney looks around conspiratorially and then says, Mom says manticores wear 2 sets of panties, so the goblins are twice as interested in her.
That also would not surprise me.
Cooney giggles.
Hmm, I had no thought of that. But yes. And what of Anaya and Marie?
Oh, they're fine. Well, Marie's been really bored other than sparring with me.
Aw,
Yeah, I killed all the goblins, so there weren't any to go around, and so she doesn't have anything to fight.
huh. She'll have to see about getting her something to do.
Yeah, she'd
I
probably
know a
like
bunch.
that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In fact, Cass came around a few days ago, but I guess she didn't want to come with him on some kind of dragon adventure. I wanted to go too, but he said I had to wait till I was older.
Yeah, it is true. There is a age barrier for going on dragon adventures.
Oh man.
It's fine. You'll get there soon, I'm sure.
Mooney pouts as if being told she can't go all over again.
Yeah, you can pout all you want, but you're obviously becoming very strong and powerful, and soon you'll be of an age where you can just do about anything you want.
I guess.
Yeah, how many people do you think get to start out their adventuring career having already wielded the Holy Avenger?
Um, Basically none, because Mom says it was locked in a tomb forever until she came and got it.
Well, there you have it. I think that it's very obvious that you've got a head start on everybody.
Oh yeah, but I'm not allowed to, keep this forever, she says. We gotta go put it back in the tomb as soon as, Actually, yeah, she said you were going to, a dragon city or something.
Indeed, we did. And we brought back treats and gifts. I shall pull out the basket of delicious goodies. How about we head back up to my house? I'll make us all some delicious white hot chocolate.
I'll lead the way. He avants her sword in the air and charges off.
Yeah, shall I follow along? It is astounding how quickly Amazons grow, huh, Mari?
You indeed find Marie buzzing along after Cooney to arrive at the docks. She ducks to the side as Cooney charges past her again, sighs. Yeah, she's sure growing like a weed.
Oh, I said Mari as in
Oh,
Morgan. But
well,
Marie,
instead you
sure.
find Marie.
Yeah. Hey, baby, I miss you.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Give her a big ol' hug.
Yeah. She does a
I'm glad
buzz.
she did not burst out into laughter at my hair.
No, she has acknowledged your hair with a slight giggle, but keeps it to herself.
Presumably because the Raven Queen stood behind me, equally blonde and pouting.
Nah. So, what's with the hair?
That was Mithras's idea of a little prank because both me and Mari happened to have luscious gothic locks of black. And she decided that the Wolvarian golden shine was much more appropriate.
So, divine hair.
Yeah, this is true, although I don't know. I actually am not sure. I won't know until my hair grows like a little bit whether I'm red back on the hair or not. It's entirely possible she has permanently goldenated me, but I don't know yet.
Yeah. When you say if I'm still red under there, you don't see it, but Mori behind you just shakes her head slowly.
Fair.
Marie suppresses another giggle. Says, "Well, I think you look great.
Oh, thank you.
It's only the truth." So,
Jesus,
how
Squeezo.
did everything go with the dragons and stuff?
Well, I'd be happy to tell all of you at once, but the short answer is very, very well. No need to worry about overly zealous knights coming to assault you guys in an effort to try and impress Sinatrea.
Yeah, I'm less worried about them than the two new arrivals on the island.
Yeah. Uh, they similarly should be fine, and once we're a little bit more settled, uh, I'll be coming home sort of permanently. We just have to get the ring for Nahia's surgery. And then at the same time, they can move on to Eknaskala, the Hashat's place, and start brand new shiny lives. At least I believe that's the process. I lose track. We've been so busy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad everything worked out.
Oh, as am I. We're getting there step by step. I've done and seen some incredibly crazy things.
Mm.
And I think spending time around Sinatrea has turned my gums blue again.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, that happens. But hey, I come bearing gifts. Let's go get comfy.
Alright, alright. Before we get up to the cabin, are you really sure about that whole retiring thing?
The scale of what we've got to come after this is extreme to say the least.
Yeah, I get it, but just sitting here for a few weeks doing nothing, I'm bored out of my skull. I can't imagine giving up a life full of adventure just to be a merchant anymore. At least not staying in
Yeah.
one place like this.
Well, at the same time, there is going to be some research and investigation held in order to make some preparations to find Herona. So, in our own time, we'll be going on a goddess hunt, and I would, of course, be honored if you would join us on this incredible journey across distant stars.
You think Corona's out in space?
Not quite. Rather complicated, but I don't believe that the rest of Herona is here on Iona. But it's possible we're wrong, which is why I've sent out some feelers and had some research done in other places. Regardless of that fact, I'm not 100% done adventuring, I'm just not going to be getting involved in what the others are up to follow. They're going to be kicking over some angry beehives, and I would rather support them with a mercantile uh, empire more than dive headfirst into what might well be war.
I guess. I
Look,
don't
there's
know.
adventure and then there's war, and I don't know if you're aware. I've adventured a lot more than a lot of people usually get away with.
Yeah. You've been adventuring long enough for me to grow up the whole time. I don't
Mm,
know. Maybe I'm just getting restless.
nah. Would you perhaps like to join us then on the journey to get Anaya's ring?
I mean, I'd love to, but it seems like everybody wants in on that adventure. There's gonna be so many people.
That is true. Ugh, it's difficult.
I guess that depends on if Mom wants to come.
That is true. I have also felt a lot safer knowing that you're here to keep an eye on her. I don't know when those regeneration potions are gonna wear off. And the idea of her being stuck here alone is terrifying.
Oh, she wouldn't be alone.
Well,
Siggy and Cooney are just down the road.
true. But you get what I mean. It's still pretty terrifying.
Yeah, I worry every time she slips or trembles, but this last potion seems to be doing work for
That's good to know at least.
her. No pain or anything right now.
Ah, that is good.
You can see for yourself. Come on.
Yeah.
And indeed, once you reach the cabin, you find Anaya being all domestic, hanging the laundry out to dry. She's walking with all the confidence as someone who is not, in fact, suffering from some sort of horrible Lou Gehrig's. Her tail does a heckin' swish swish as she reaches up to pin a blankie up. Turns, sees you, and grins. Well, well, look what the cat dragged in. Or the
Well, the
bee in
buzz,
this
but
case.
yes. Indeed, I am home. Albeit temporarily, but I couldn't stay away for so long. We were in the area, and I would be remiss to check up and, well, make sure you knew what we'd been about.
Yes, you would be. I've been terribly lonely all by myself and just with Marie and all of our friends here and a whole bunch of salamanders. Okay, maybe
Oh,
not so
goodness.
lonely after all, but heart aches missing you anyway.
Oh, shucks. Mine too. Been stuck in dark corners and terrifying places, and admittedly some lands of wonder that I wished that I could show you.
Yes, I'm a little
And
bit
one day
miffed
hope.
that I missed once in a lifetime opportunity to see City of Gods, but oh well.
I wouldn't say it's once in a lifetime. I was thinking it might be a nice location for a honeymoon down the line.
Oh, really? You think God just lets you wander into town for honeymoon?
Well, it is an entire city. I imagine that she does not want us pestering her directly, but it is still a beautiful land with places to sleep, live, eat, and to be happy.
Well, still, you must have made the hell of an impression to be invited back.
And still have to ask, but I mean, we did return her family to her. And we need to go back to go and actually see Saris. She's looking into some interesting magical matters for us.
Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Once
Shall
you
close
close your
my eyes.
eyes, Nahia, both of your ears get yanked very hard.
Ah!
Sarah sent me very angry message saying that you ditched her in city. Said to
She
yank your ears
didn't
very
notice.
hard.
She didn't notice we were gone for 3 days.
That doesn't make it any better.
We were expecting her to see us off.
You
Everyone
didn't
was
tell
there,
when you
and
were
she just
leaving.
told her we would be leaving, but yeah, no, she just was in her own zone for like 3 straight days.
Well, regardless of who's right or wrong, she's very mad at you.
That is fair. Well, you'll have to join me when we go to make up to her.
Oh well, don't threaten me with a good time. You hear disgruntled buzzing from Murray's direction.
You're of course welcome to come to the magical city of dragons and gods as well, honey.
That is not what I'm groaning about.
A fair point. Regardless, I imagine that you would find them delightful as well. Lots of tall, strong, muscular avatars, the gods, walking around, luscious in nothing but silks.
Okay, well, don't threaten me with a good time now.
Pat, pat, pat. And of course, rare fruits and white hot chocolate.
What is white chocolate?
Yeah, I thought that too, and then I had it, and I decided that I like it more than normal chocolate.
Well, why don't you come in and tell us all about this white chocolate and dragon seeing you've been doing?
Of course.
Yeah, you can go in and make some hot chocolate for the fam and Cooney and tell them all about it. Eventually, Siggy will walk in as well, looking for Cooney, wearing a sleeveless vest and looking very sweaty and disheveled. Her own normal hammer has some rather fresh-looking bloodstains on it. Give an
Mm,
up nod and sit in on the debrief.
yeah. I will slide her a white chocolate cocoa, probably laced with vodka, and also press to digitate her. Bleh.
Ah, thanks.
My
Keeping this
pleasure.
island secure is real dirty work.
Yeah, I imagine at one point when Rahit's tower is, fully established, it will stop attracting trouble.
I don't know, the way these goblins are going, it might just attract more. But maybe we can
Hmm,
put a ballista up on it and really give these little monsters something to worry about.
that would probably work out pretty well.
Hmm. It's got a nice overview of the harbor too, so it won't dissuade any pirates.
Ah, that is certainly promising as well. Although, do be careful, I have paid one particularly large and deadly privateer to keep the ocean safe. And then I will briefly explain the Hobgoblish assassination attempt.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I figured that out when a privateer came up and harassed me about my boat sitting in harbor. She
Ah,
gestures out the window where you can vaguely see the giant goblin cruiser, this mast poking over the trees.
that is yeah, you know what? I guess I'm kind of glad that they did check. I paid them really well, so they should have probably been quite enthusiastic about making sure.
They were, yes. It took a great deal of, well, it didn't take a lot of persuading once I convinced them to come ashore and look at all the goblin skulls.
Fair.
Although, if you ask me, a bunch of dead goblins doesn't really dissuade anybody from being the Hobgoblin Empire, but I guess they don't need to know that.
No. Ah, but yes, the main matter is resolved, so there's no need to fear draconic reprisal. Tarn had to duel this dragon knight over his wounded pride, except it came down to a duel of words when he realized that he would have gotten his ass beaten by Tarn.
Siggy nods proudly. That's my man.
Heck yeah. Just gonna sit in the chair and just soak. Soak in not being in mortal danger.
Yeah, that makes sense. Indeed, the whole little group of you can have a nice evening in together.
Heck yeah. And when night falls, I'll ensure that Nahia has a entirely different and much more fun reason to be shaky on her legs the following morning.
Indeed. Ah, Bliet, I really don't want to see you go.
I know, right?
So, what is plan? I'm hearing, Lord, what is he now? If not winter, Lord Spring now? He's coming with
Yeah,
you
Duke
to,
Spring.
Duke Spring. Fine, yes. Just remind me not to ever call him that in his face. He might kill me.
I think you have fair odds of taking him, honestly. But yeah, fair.
So, I know he is wanting to come with you.
Yes.
Is perhaps room for one more? I feel like
I
I ought to
can't
have some
remember.
agency in on Fate of Legs, yeah?
Yeah, I can't remember who else we were going to be bringing.
Tassie has some family that used to occupy the area, according to her. In
Yeah.
fact, I believe you learned that one of her ancestors was the wielder of the Ring of Regeneration.
Yeah.
Yes, it turned out that one of the ring's ancestor, Ring of Regeneration's wielders, is one of Tassie's ancestors.
I guess that is probably better claim on the ring than I have.
Well, I mean, it's still being used for you. Do not worry about that. She might want it back after surgery is all done, assuming that nothing goes wrong and you aren't, made to keep it on the whole time.
Well, I should hope not. Otherwise, poor little kitty cat up in the drain is going to be in trouble.
And it is entirely possible that we'd still be able to do it, but we'd have to have her applied on a constant flow of regeneration potions, which is not promising.
Well, luckily her papa can apparently just generate infinite revenue by stealing, so she has that going
That
for her.
is true, so long as he wears a cup next time he's around the kobold.
That's the funniest shit I ever heard.
It was even funnier to see it. And hear it.
But yes, if things have calmed down a little bit, perhaps me and Marie shall go back to Ivara, then save you a boat ride next time, and, oh, Marie has been getting very restless here.
Yes, she did say. Although I'm incredibly proud when I asked if she wanted to come on this journey. Her first concern was making sure that you were okay first. It was very touching.
She is a very good girl.
And yes, she's getting restless legs about her, and now that the threat of draconic reprisal has passed us, of course. I imagine you'll want to get a peek in on your holdings anyway.
Uh, and I should go and check out family estate to see if I can get that fit for being lived in again.
Indeed. Also, apparently there are letters or something left by my family. If you see them, then let me know. I haven't come across them myself.
And will do. Oh, I suppose you'll be teleporting to She taps her chin for a moment. Our
Uh,
girlfriend's tower on the way?
indeed, indeed.
Good. I have package I want to have dropped off there. Hold on. Let me
Are
go
you
to
sure
basement
you
and
would
get it.
want to join us in Anders Bay and give you some time to hang out with her?
No, well, I mean, if that is not inconvenient, I suppose she probably wouldn't mind just sending me home when time to go back to Marie.
Indeed.
Well then, let me get packed up and we will get ready to go.
Sure, I shall go give Marie a poke.
Take 5 steps around the corner and find a great big buzzy abdomen.
They give it a honk.
Ah!
Hey, baby. I am absconding the both of you to Ivara, and I was wondering if you wanted to join us on a little teleport trip down to Anders Bay. The rest of us have to move on, but... Well, Nahia
Uh,
wanted to see Cleona, and it seemed like as good a chance to see something different for a while anyway.
sure. It sounds fun. Guess I can spend some time getting to know Leona.
Heck yeah. Believe it, she called me Mom.
Oh, that's precious.
It's so precious.
So are you guys gonna do like a triple wedding now?
I don't know how it works, but I intend to find out. Also been thinking about names. Mori is a big fan of Losstaker.
That is a badass name.
It is a very badass name. And I
I
know
want to be
Cleona would
Marie
be stoked.
Lichtaker.
Maria Losstaker suits you fine too? It looks like
Pretty
we're reaching
much.
consensus here. I'll just peek my head around the corner. Hey, Nahia, does Losstaker sound like a good surname to you?
That sounds like badass surname.
Alright, it looks like we have a consensus.
Is nodding all around.
Thanks, Mori.
Mori does a little ear wiggle. And then curls her nose up for a moment. Ew. Why do you
What's
have
up?
that? She says, looking to Anaya as she carts a large metal cage out of the basement with a water goblin in it. I don't fucking know. Leona wants it. Send me a sending.
Weird.
Weird.
I hope it doesn't have a name.
No.
Good.
This is product of Kuni being trained on how to non-lethal strike, by which I mean give shitty goblin concussion with sword hilt.
No, yeah, we all have to learn that, it's true. That definitely sounds like part of the curriculum.
But yes, I don't think you will be chewing the way through these metal bars this time. I have to get this sent from Ivara. So yes, we are ready to go then.
Alright. Yeah. Shall see if Siggy and Cooney want along as well. And I shall also pop in and make sure Rahit gets a big ol' hug.
Hell
And I
yeah.
will give her some delicious... You know what? I think that she would be stoked to have some delicious oranges and grapes from the Dragon City. Considering she's been living on an island in the middle of nowhere, I don't know that she's ever had an orange or a grape.
No, she is not. She does not know what these things are, but once she tastes them, she is very glad to have found out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I will leave whether Siggy and Cooney come up to Tarn, but regardless, they'd just be staying in town, so it doesn't matter too much. This juncture.
Yep. Yeah. Wander into town, shake down all the sailors.
Yeah, there are several of them look somewhat battered and bruised when you return to the docks the next morning, and there are several salamanders stretched out and lounging on the dock.
Ha! Looks like you've had yourselves a good time, ladies and gentlemen.
He captain of the ship will inform you that he and his crew have fought off a savage attack from land pirates, indeed. There are many
Fair.
casualties. One of the
Yeah, I'm
nearby
sure.
crew member will struggle to stand up, gripping his pelvis.
Of course. How much does the tab run me?
He waves a hand and says that the Manders have covered the day's spend, don't you worry.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Ivania will give you an up nod, while a couple of random sailors nearby her look particularly turned to dust.
Oh, fist bumper. Probably still
Yeah.
feel it in my wrist an hour later.
Yeah, absolutely. You feel that one all the way to your shoulder. But indeed, you are able to get back onto the Waveshorn this time and tow that along behind the actual transport and return to the city.
Hooray!
Did it.
Woo!
And pretty much of that time, Hashat and Tassie are ready to return.
Yeah.
Strangely, Tassie also looks like she fought off a bunch of land pirates by the time you arrive.
She has to be carried, I think.
Oh no.
How's everybody doing?
Pretty well.
Yeah?
It-
That's great.
Ursula is just with some sort of parchment that has some fine, hard quartz dust glued to it. It's just polishing up a sculpture.
An
Got
interactive
a 20
piece.
fucking. Yeah,
Neat.
something that I figured out earlier while talking. That's fun. Nixie and Melta. Okay, well, were they rolling religion?
And you
No,
can see who's
Tassie is
rolling the
rolling a
religion.
religion.
It's on the card.
Oh, there. Sorry, was a little bit pale there. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Well, things went okay over at the embassy. And I guess we're ready to just go do our thing. How's everyone? Are we ready to go? Are we going to take a couple days? Or
No, I'm
We are
ready
ready to
roll.
go. But I have pressing questions, Hashat.
yes,
How many royal bastards do you have now?
I will have you. I will have you know, I was on my best behavior.
Holy shit.
Is that why Tassie looks like she is just plump balloon?
Yes,
Did take 3 princesses worth of ardor over the evenings?
yes.
I
Poor
made a
baby.
sacrifice for the
Well,
good of my country.
I'll be damned.
He snickers.
I think it was. I think it worked out. Things worked out. In everyone's favor.
Yeah. Oh, did they bake any cookies? I heard that one of them bakes the finest cookies.
Did we get cookies?
Indeed, one of the princesses did bake some cookies to honor the ambassador from Igniscala.
Oh, I'm glad that's not a rumor. That's wonderful.
Oh, hold on, Nahia, I have a present for you. Tassie will
Okay.
reach into her
make sure.
pack and she will take out like a little paper box just full of cookies. Press them into your hands.
Uh-oh.
I might have mentioned one of my friends had a giant sweet tooth.
Aw. Thank you very much.
Voron will reach in and just scoop up a cookie. Oh.
Heck yeah. Delicious elven cookies.
Indeed.
Which, of course,
They are oatmeal
part.
cookies.
Ah, delicious. I shall
Little
pass one to
raisins in
Anaya and
them.
one to Marie as well.
She will devour probably several.
Heck yeah. Nahia will happily munch. Alright. Shall we head off to Anders then?
I suppose so, though it seems we're missing some people.
Oh no, they're all scattered around. I think Tarn's upstairs.
Okay. August is coming, right?
Yep, yep.
Yep. August
All
will
right.
step forward. He's got a quite large coffin slung on his back, covered in a tarp, just like the last time you guys went anywhere with him.
Ah, of course, this is full of great swords because you got them buttery fingies.
Goddamn right it is. And hey, it's not even full of dirt now, so I can put in more great swords.
Fantastic.
That is a good point.
Hey, I have a question.
Harry said to say no.
Why?
I don't know. Let's go.
Huh.
Well, like, why don't you just make it like my axe? Just put it on your greatsword. See, like this. Just throws
What, the
her axe
great,
and
great,
just
great sword of
will.
returning?
Because my
Yeah,
great
it
sword
just
is already
wheels it back.
legendary and I can't fit any more magic in it.
Oh,
That is a fair excuse.
well, it just reaches into her backpack and
Oh no.
pulls out a long leather strap.
Whoa, whoa, no, no.
Alternatively, August pats the giant caddy full of great swords.
Yeah, also, no, last time someone used a weapon strap for a great sword, it fucking tore their goddamn arm out. There's a reason that you do not secure greatsword to your wrist.
Yeah, but greatswords don't weigh a lot. What are you talking about?
You tend to drop them while you're mid-swing.
Yes, but they don't weigh anything. What you talking about?
I didn't say the weight of the weapon pulled it out. I'm saying their arm got torn off when the blade spun in their grip and fucking dug into their shoulder. I feel at some point Nahia has got to have learned, like, fucking, the bird Heimlich. Turn
You-
around to do so outside, pluck up a cookie and snap a new cookie in half instead.
Oh no, you don't get that far. When you bird Heimlich and he hucks that one up, you hear Maury screaming in your ear from the dream as Voron just hops down and tries to eat that cookie again.
No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no.
She's just incredibly just not into this. No, please. Yeah, with some fussing on Voron's part, you can give him a new cookie instead that he does not die from.
You just break it down.
Yeah, look, Warren gets excited.
What an absolute glutton.
Yes. I think it's something that all familiars get just involved in when they realize that the cost of death is
Is
not permanent.
well, when you say fucking glutton, is that like a what you call a subconscious manifestation?
I don't know. Anyway,
Okay, let me just get this out of the way.
shall go and fetch Tarn and hand him the skull necklaces his his child made for him, and wave goodbye to the girls.
They wave goodbye back and encourage you to convince Ursula to become their warlock. She would make an excellent pet.
I apparently have missed something in the time I've been gone. What has she been doing like over the last 3 days?
I'm not sure.
Ari will look up from her book as you're presumably upstairs with the girls.
Yeah, I'm
somewhere.
like peeking around to say hi and all that.
Somehow Ursula figured out the proper order of the entire cosmos. No, really, she did. And now she's trying to model it successfully.
Huh.
I had to use anal beads and a magic scroll, but we got there in the end.
Sounds like we missed the party, I guess.
It was something. It was an experience
Slowly
I
head.
shall probably recall to the end of my days.
Actually, to be fair, Ursula is responsible for a lot of those. Her
So
brain
is
works in
Szooth, I
mysterious
understand.
ways. But Szooth is a powerful enigma. I am unconvinced that he is actually just a demigod himself. And is either unaware of it or has managed to keep all of us in the dark and all of the gods are playing along.
Ari will gently bop the nearest of her daughters when they share a hungry look. No, hands off our friends. Find your own.
Also, I believe Szooth would outlast you.
The twin succubi huff. Well, now you've challenged our honor. Now we have to see.
Well, you'll have to indulge in him later. We still need him for our journey to Anders and, save the day. But yes, I heartily apparently recommend a ride on the Szooth train.
Ari gives them a dark look. They huff again. Whatever. Bring our dad back in one piece.
Of course. Or if it looks like he's about to get turned into a wraith, we'll finish him off first, and then he'll presumably just come tumbling out of some kind of case as a clone, swearing
yeah, that's
profusely.
right. We actually don't bring him back in one piece. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, no. There's one thing that we have to be careful for, and he's not wraithed, because I don't know how that works. Because I think that means we get 2 Augusts at once, one Ghost August and one Clone August.
Ari taps her chin for a moment. There could be
Oh,
worse
no.
things.
There could be worse things,
Adam-
but I believe that one is pretty dire.
Out of character. Holy shit. We can actually make the goddamn Reaper class.
No.
Hmm?
No, we're not making
Yes.
a Reaper August, where he uses his own ghost as his
Yes.
stand.
Yes.
Whatever.
Look, let's
Have a
face
fun
it,
trip. Bring
Wraith
my husband
August would...
back.
Yes, we'll certainly try. Also, then scamper up another step of stairs, give Elra ear scruffles, scamper up again. Hi,
I don't want to be
Prisha.
a...
Hi. I'm learning how to cook.
Oh, that's awesome. I have asked Cleona to look into your body's animation, since she has the font of all knowledge at her fingertips. I expect promising things soon. I will check back with her when we get there.
Oh, well, yeah, I bet having the font of all knowledge is pretty convenient.
Yep. I love the Hashat lines. And then half puff, back downstairs again. All right, ready to roll.
All right, let's
Hey,
get the
I
show
have
on
a
the road.
question.
Nope.
Hey. Yes.
Oh, all right, fine.
Well, like the stairs echo. Were you talking to Prisha?
I said hello.
Yeah. Like she's been haunting stuff and stuff. Like, how are we gonna? How are we doing the whole, body thing? Like,
Well, her
she's
body's
supposed
made.
to
It
be
just
like-
needs. Yeah, her body's made. It just needs animating so that she can incorporate it on a permanent basis. I've asked Cleona to sort out that enchantment for us.
Okay. Oh,
She's been haunting people. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You think I let a pet ghost go by without that shit? Fuck yeah.
Oh, you shit disturber.
Oh no, it gets even better. Fucking Tarnavak's dad keeps getting called. So now he's in on it too.
Oh no.
So we're just gaslighting all our neighbors.
Oh, oh no, that's so fucked.
Just be careful they don't call someone to exercise her.
Yeah, fucking Ghostbusters better not come for our
Oh,
friend
they
while we're
did.
gone.
They called Harry.
Oh, they called
They call
Eri?
Eri? Oh no.
Was this the first time Eri heard of this scheme as well? Was when she turned up
Yes.
to exercise her. Oh, okay. I kind of wish I'd been there for that. But
And then
still, bad.
when that didn't work, they went to the two paladins in town who just were done.
Oh, it's so fucked.
Oh, you should see the look on their fucking faces. Rich assholes.
Okay, don't get a heart attack, old man.
Cassie pats August on the back and just coughs violently. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh god, that's the funniest shit I've ever done.
Hey, don't forget poor Tom's little token there, just sat in the chair of solitude.
Just sat in the bully box. So yes, you can indeed begin your teleportation to, let's see, Anders Bay. A large quantity of people. Oh, I'm missing somebody from this unit here too. Let's see if I still have that character sheet.
Did I get a response, by the way,
No,
from my shit disturbing?
not from the harpies. No,
Really?
not.
Interesting. Huh.
I have a sneaky suspicion that means the answer to question 2 was fucking Minotaurs.
I'm sure they're fine. I suppose I could scry on them.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Yes. Let us not forget the most important member of your little merry band. A tiny,
Duh.
shitty water goblin that is in a cage.
Yep.
It chomps at its bars with its big shark teeth.
What are we doing with that thing?
No, Cleona needed it for something.
Are we wait, are we detouring to Anders Bay?
It's not a detour. That's where we're teleporting to.
Oh, I
right?
was going to tell. Okay, good thing you told me. Good thing you told me.
Oh, were you about to drop us
Oh,
in
we got-
Narme?
Yes.
Oh,
oh, don't forget to call ahead to Cleona.
Oh God, how many more sendings can I do today?
No. Look. Gives you a scroll. Look.
don't spend the scroll if she has these spells.
Well, I only have
I
to.
bought these for
Well,
the
I only
specific reason.
I only spent to teleport once today, so.
And yeah, you got them sorcery points.
Oh. I will send a message to Nerme that we're gonna be, and yeah, I know. Hang on. I'm gonna send a message to Nerme and tell the VSs that will actually be another day, and we're not teleporting anymore. We're gonna ride there, and then I will tell my wives there that we're actually going to ride there and not teleport. So it'll be an extra day. Sorry.
And we'll bring extra treats as recompense, obviously.
And then I'll send Cleona that we're gonna pop in here in a minute or two.
Oh, the VS is so down to swing. Oh yeah, did you guys at the Elven Embassy have any luck persuading anyone to go move to Narame?
Not as such. Mostly because it's halfway across the country.
Fair.
But the prospect of not just Starwood sapling, but almost a full blooming Starwood tree, I mean, that's what's it called, tempting prospect, right?
Clearly not enough to make a bunch of elven ambassadors give up what they're doing. No. However,
Oh,
they will
well,
say
send the news. Oh.
they will suggest that if you go talk to the queen down in Galavas, that might yield some actual settlers because the town is starting to kind of fill up again.
Sweet.
Indeed, if you want a shot, the ambassadors can write you up a letter of recommendation to the queen's audience chambers.
Oh my.
We seriously need to get the fucking. It was I would say the cod cage, but it would be just a massive cod piece for her just for this. Make it out of like cold iron.
Kina?
Sorry, what? Oh, you're talking to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What
Wow,
did
you
you say?
missed all of that.
The Elvish ambassadors are gonna have given you a little letter of introduction to go see Queen Belmaris, so that you can
What?
persuade people in Kaelavas to move to Elvish Norame because you impregnated half the fucking women.
Oops. Oh. I see.
Yes, they would yield better results getting settlers and getting people to move out to Narame from the main capital now that there's like the actual Starwood tree, not just a sapling.
Okay. Right. Okay. Oops. Never doing Dragon Grass again.
No, too much fun all in one place.
Guess
What would
yeah.
you do? You should just hug big dragon Residium mummies and get high as fucking balls like Nahia instead.
I feel like that would have a similar problem.
It probably would, honestly. That and you're already worried about your icy blue horns. You're gonna get icy blue tongue.
I don't want that.
Nahia
I
waggles
mean,
blue,
like,
waggles blue tongue. Blame, blame, blame.
yeah, I mean, like, if y'all fucking, kiss Senatrea anywhere,
Oh, I wouldn't do that. She's also made it very clear that she's in that happy monogamous relationship.
yes, but if you kiss her hand in, like, greeting or something like that,
Yeah, then yeah, I would obviously be fucking freebasing goddess fingies, which is hardcore.
and if he's in
I'm getting
dragon
high
form,
off
it
of
would be
them
like,
toes. Oh no.
let me at them toes.
Let me at them toes, goddess. No, she's precious clops.
Okay, well, I guess I'll take this letter of introduction.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see a queen, I guess.
Excellent.
I'll have to bring Tassie with me so that she can make sure I'm on my best behavior.
Dude, we have to make a fucking card cage, which would be just a massive card piece for you.
No.
I'm sorry. You were in an embassy of elves and could barely manage. This is a city of nothing but elves.
Do I have... I think I have the teleport coordinates.
Oh, speaking of those, here you go.
I do. I just have to get permission to go there, which I do. And the teleport will be right into the palace, I think. So I can avoid walking around the city, which is probably for the best.
As he just
Did
sighs heavily. How many elves is it going to take before you're satisfied, huh?
Look, I can't help that you are beautiful, okay? Your people are just the most gorgeous things in the entire world. And I can't stop thinking about you and them at all times. Sometimes, some nights I lay awake just staring at you, just admiring you.
Oh, okay. Well, flattery will get you some places, I guess.
Oh god, you're using all the good
Indeed.
lines when obviously my partners are right here and I can't use them now. I won't sound even remotely close to original.
Cassie, think about it for at least 2 seconds. Even I know that Hashat loves you and elves and all that stuff. She looked at you more than she looked at Senatrea. While
No
Senatrea
one's
was
denying Hashat
right
has a
next to
giant
you.
elf fetish.
Yeah. This is factually accurate.
Yeah. So think about that. She's literally picking you over the goddess of everything.
Yes, because she's a deviant.
I'm your deviant.
Yes, you are.
And I just imagine and be like, who's a
I
good mood?
definitely
Yes,
don't
you're a
remember
good
you
mood.
complaining after we left the embassy.
Cleona coughs slightly.
Ahem.
If
Indeed.
you need the use of the guest bedrooms downstairs,
Don't think the guest bedrooms would survive them.
No, it's fine. It'll be fine.
No. You need to have bedrooms at the top because otherwise they'll actually start tilting the tower.
I think if those two were at the top of the tower, they just break it off.
Yeah.
No, they'll start just swinging. If they're at the bottom, they will just start, breaking the foundation, and you will have a leaning tower.
Oh, I can probably fix that. Hello, darling.
Hello, Cleo.
And
Oh,
Annie.
right. Yeah,
We also
just
brought you
picks
your
up the
shitty
cage
little
that
water goblin. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
good,
left it here.
excellent. Hello, you
Yeah.
miserable little pile of shit. You're going to be my new best friend. Come here. Ollie, could you take this down to the lab for me? The equally pregnant knight will just look at her like, no.
I'll take it down for you.
Thank you, dear.
Wait. Just looks at Leona, looks at Sir Orderly, like, Nahia.
No, that wasn't. I'm pretty sure that was not me.
The lady knight chuckles, says, no, you've met my husband, Sir Callum. He used to have this post until this happened.
Indeed.
get to you in a minute, Hashat.
Yeah.
So, I take it from all the adventures you brought through that this isn't just a social call. Shame.
No, well, we can spend the day before we travel.
Ah, well, there's some good news. Well, shall I put lunch on?
It would be wonderful.
And you can tell me all about your trip to the Dragon City.
Of course, happy to do so. Luckily, I've been warmed up in the telling, and now I won't skip any important parts.
Head down to the kitchen, begin cooking up a storm. So you can spread out for a while. August will say that he's going to go check out the town, be back in the morning.
Oh yeah, there is a lovely tavern.
Oh yeah, I know.
There.
Do you need a chaperone again?
No. August
Okay,
appears
remember
at the
to
door,
take.
pulls
Remember.
his cloak around himself as if meaning to turn into a swarm of bats. Just trips a step. Fuck! Shit! Okay. I'm okay. Brushes himself down, just walks off.
Oh, just calls out after him. Remember to take your vitamins before you go to sleep.
Thanks, Mom.
Good boy.
Uh,
Love you, son. Waves.
So Cleona will set the rest of you down to lunch on the ground floor.
Oh, right, Fiona, here's for you.
Oh,
And just gives her a smaller version of the big model she made.
fascinating. What is this
apparently,
supposed to be other than, she looks at the string of beads on a wire. Um, hmm.
No, it's just they're even orbs, so they're not like these like that. So everything is perfectly circular, smooth, tied together.
She glances at
Oh
Nahia.
yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh, hi.
apparently Ursula has figured out through her own brain power the shape of our cosmology.
Oh, is that
Just
all? Well, congratulations, Ursula.
Yeah, she. But it helped the way she described it, and it took a little bit, but then like the shapes and images, and it all just it started to make sense how everything was supported.
So it does. Well, that's truly remarkable insight. I'd ask how you came to this conclusion, but I suspect the answer will be quite the telling. You can explain over lunch once the story of the Dragon City is complete.
Oh, the dragon city is so cool. Yes, yes. And Naya Pistel. And about about those. Oh yeah. Here, it just holds up one from a fruit from her basket that she has been stowed away. Like, you peel these first. Oh, gives her a banana.
These
Yes, I know
and
what a
one of these.
banana is.
And one of these are for you as well. I shall hand her a little box of white chocolate cocoa.
Oh, delightful. Well,
The rest has already been consumed by Marie and the others. But, of course, I had to make sure to save a portion for you too.
you're a treat. Speaking of which, actually, we have a banana here. I could make you all something truly spectacular. How many of these do you have?
Oh, I haven't eaten any.
Uh,
Well, I haven't eaten any of the ones in my basket, but I ate one before. That's how I know you have to peel them first.
I still have some bananas left. I do not have any of the oranges or grapes anymore.
No, just the bananas, just the bananas.
Sure.
yeah, sure, you can have mine.
Excellent. Perfect, there's just enough for all of us. I'll be right back.
Hmm.
Leona will
I wonder what
waddle
she'll make.
downstairs. And a few minutes later, she will return with a tray full of bowls, each of which has a strange, creamy white substance drizzled in what you can only assume to be white chocolate sauce, and with a split banana down the middle.
Okay. I am incredibly curious.
What is
These
that?
are banana sundaes.
What day is it today?
Oh,
Conveniently also
well,
Sunday, but no. Sundae.
Ah,
A little something I
oh,
learned
I
while I was
thought
in
it
the
was.
north.
that is fantastic. I will happily
That is
consume.
super cool. I thought it was like a banana split because it's the banana is split.
Mm-hmm. But then you add in the Sunday sauce, and, well, I suppose it could go either way.
Oh, very sweet.
Indeed. Don't eat it too quickly now. I don't know how many of you have had ice cream before, but you might feel, as she's saying that, Marie grabs her head. Ow!
Ooh,
Ah, yeah, thankfully, Ervain enough bringing. Me and Nahia were ready for that. Should have warned you.
Oh, it's like it's when like you chew too many ice cubes.
Ah,
Put your tongue, up to the roof of your mouth.
Nyeh. Marie groans but does so
Yeah,
and slowly shakes it off. That's sweet. Eat a little bit slower.
yeah. I learned that from chewing too much ice
I would chew lots of ice.
because I like chewing ice.
Fair enough.
Like when you get a nice clean, icicle there and you just bite a bit off, it'd be like it's like cold water, just crunch, crunch, crunch.
I mean, I've done that with fruit juices before.
You made icicles out of fruit juice?
Yes, frozen fruit juices to have delicious flavored popsicles.
It's delicious. I love those things.
And
Too bad fruit juice is so expensive in their vein, and otherwise I would have done it all the time.
yes, also true. Heck, I've still got some apples. Could always freeze some of that. Man, otherwise,
He just gets a tiny little black book and say, how do you do that? Okay?
well, we cheat with magic to freeze things, but otherwise you take a container, fill it with fruit juice, and then bury it in the snow. And then when a cold night comes across in the morning, you have popsicles.
Okay. Okay. Just scribbles all that down. Is there like any special container that you need, or
Just something clean on the inside and with a lid on top so that you don't get stuff in it.
okay, okay.
Anyway.
Wait, what happens if you freeze a watermelon like that then?
Skin explode.
Oh, right. Ice becomes bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
So, yes, you can all enjoy your banana sundaes and fill Cleona in on your adventures in the Dragon City, which she is most interested in. She
Heck
does, in
yeah.
fact, ask at one point if Senatoria mentioned anything about Talion's book, but she didn't, so that seems to cause her no small amount of relief.
I think we actually did mention it, and she was wholly unconcerned that it was in the hands of Cleo. That
Pretty
did
much.
come up. Yeah. Yeah, I made sure to check just in case. I'd have hated for you to get in trouble.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad she doesn't seem concerned. That's all I'll say about that.
What are
Suddenly
you
being
two
the...
sister wives up to?
Just thinking that being the most powerful archmage in the entire world all of a sudden is quite a change of state from living in a tower for 20 years.
Yeah, fair, fair.
Also, what's this about sister wives? I don't remember being married. Unless that's liable to change soon.
Could well be. Tell me, how fond are you of the bouncing this one around, the Losstaker?
Why, I was just telling Nahia how cool that sounds.
Doesn't it just? Shall grin toothily.
Nahia, would you make an insight check for me?
Sure. I'm gonna I'm gonna spend a hit die for advantage with the crown.
Roll double ones, come on. Oh.
Oop. Well, I do have guidance, but I'm not gonna use guidance in front of her. That seems ill, like not a
Yeah,
good
it's just get you
choice.
slapped.
Yeah, no, 21.
Yeah, when you say Lich Taker, something uncomfortable definitely passes over Cleona's face. She glances askance for a moment, but quickly composes herself again.
Aw, I give her a cheeky little thumb brushy. That part of your life was the past.
Yes, of course. Still, I don't know. It's strange to be reminded of it, but then again, I don't exactly have a true surname of my own, and the portmanteau is quite adorable.
Ain't it just? That and it was Mari's choice of name. She thinks that it is appropriately badass.
Well, if a god's chosen the name for you, who am I to complain?
I know, right?
Yes. If you're truly sure about marrying an old hag like me, I Suppose Lich Taker will be a more than sufficient name.
What do you think, Nahia? Shall confer.
Well, I don't know. She's not that old. A bit of a fixer-upper, but we'll make do.
No, I think we'll manage. Well, Lady Cleona, would you be interested in doing us the honor of marriage? I don't think Nahia knows how to do like a joint proposal.
Yeah, you start like stumbling over your words a little, and Cleona and Nahia both just reach up and pinch your ears. Of
Ah,
course we do.
oh, well, that's a tremendous load off. I shall give them both kisses.
No. Marie tries to pretend that she's rolling her eyes, but you can hear her buzzing.
Yep. Like her face, still abdomen doing the wiggle,
Mm-hmm.
wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Well, speaking of which, I should probably go find Leona. You said she was at that dig site or something?
That's right. Yes, up and down Minota, and you can see some of our glorious handiwork. Hashat, do you have any more of those maps? Do you only have the one?
Maps.
The guide map to Dalmanotha, or did you give that to their expedition team?
I mean, they knew where it was, but I guess
Uh,
I could give this children's map to Mary. That's literally the only one I had.
Hey, it'll show the right direction at the very least.
Okay.
Appreciated. I do like that map. You should definitely get this framed after Hashat.
It is an important map.
Is there anything that you need before you head down, Marie?
Please, I can take care of myself.
No, I know, but it would be remiss if I did not worry a little bit.
Well, unless this Sunday thing keeps her traveling. No, no. No, I'm fine.
Very well then. Oh, here. This is for you and Leo to share. I shall hand her a bottle of vodka.
Well, that'll certainly make getting to be friends nice and easy.
Have a lovely time, honey.
All right. You two try not to have too much fun. Are you three now?
Beaming Nahia noises.
She again rolls her eyes, but does a little abdomen wiggle, and follows August's lead of exulting.
Pyrus will be like, alright, now you losers, get the fuck out of our tower. I'm gonna go break a bed.
Yes, we have plenty of guest rooms downstairs since the girls are out.
If you see her diary, don't look.
And yes, on that happy note, it is getting towards sunset. Why don't the three of us retire to my chambers?
Absolutely. And I shall carry the both of them.
Oh, Liet.
Well,
Incredible,
I'll walk off
powerful
the town then.
Nahia. They both get like
I don't like to.
the under the arm, sat on the hips carriage as opposed to on the shoulders, since I think I'd probably end up bonking them off the ceiling. Or hip carry them upstairs.
The Lady Knight will watch them disappear, chuckle to herself, and say, well, I do think there's plenty of adventurers to keep the towers safe for a day. Since we're suddenly out of beds, I think I'll just go back to town and see my husband for the evening.
I'm going that way myself, so if you want company, I can make it a little faster.
Sure.
Plus, it's been nice. Plus, it'll save you a lot of, aches and pains walking.
Walking. My lady, I'm a knight. I have a horse.
Oh, that's even better. You can get there in a fraction of the time.
Indeed. Yeah. While you're leaving, indeed, Tassie will escort Hashat down to a bedchamber, leaving Szooth all alone with a bunch of half-eaten ice cream bowls.
Oh no.
Oh no, sugar rush.
Sorry, I misspoke. Leaving Szooth and Voron.
And presumably Tarnavak. I guess.
Wibbly wobbly.
Maybe Tarnavak.
Well, no,
I mean, it's entirely possible Tarnavak's been executed, so who knows?
that's
I
highly unlikely
Yeah, I
given
don't think.
everything that is just so much is in his fucking favor, or rather the group's favor.
I mean, yes, but also mass murder. It's
Yes.
unlikely anything bad will happen to Tarn.
Curse you, bird!
God. Morris just in the dream sitting there just rubbing her. Oh, that birds, the crafty birds.
Bird.
Yes, because birds don't get ice cream headache.
Yeah, Voron's just consuming all of this as rapidly as he possibly can because this shit's delicious.
And Morris just sitting there with ice cream headache in the dream. We'd be like, you fucking piece of shit bird.
The cookie wasn't bad enough, huh?
Feathers.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, but this looks like a good place to call it.
Yeah, I was just about to say. So, let's see.
I think my filibuster took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
in
it
Shiv's
sure
chat
did.
there is Art of Tristy's hot mom, now all humaned up.
What?
Oh, what? Let's see.
Oh,
In
goddamn.
Oh.
Shiv's. Now she wears that
Like,
headpiece like a
I'm gonna
cute
say-
little crown, and she wears a see-through veil instead of a black one.
Goddamn, Mom, stop being so hot.
I know, right?
Yeah. In Bob's case, be like, it's hard to be that gay. I'm seeing that.
Okay, Gillette, Jesus. Alright.
Well, here's the magical thing. We could be related, but we could also be
It's true.
related,
Morgan's womb tattoo is the one way to know for sure, one way or the other.
Yep.
It'd be perfect. Just Bob comes near and it activates. And it's like, brother!
Brother!
Your face transforms.
Alright. Did you explore an interesting location? No. Did you discover an interesting truth about the world? Yes, thanks, Ursula.
Yeah, I guess so. Ursula
You've-
has uncovered the cosmology. I like it's just mimic dungeon cosmology. I'm however delighted that you did it with anal beads.
I mean, it's
What do
the
you
one
mean? This
Ari
whole
had lying around that's exactly
Yeah.
the right shape.
What do you mean? This whole cosmos is horny? Always has been.
Did you make a new ally or a lasting enemy? I don't think you met any new NPCs whatsoever.
I don't think the gods are starting to like Ursula.
Yeah, no, Senatray is definitely sitting up in the fucking Holy City giving you the stink eye, like, the fuck is this dwarf doing? Did you advance or complete a quest? No. Did you discover a new page in a companion story?
Yay! I'm engaged again.
Yay! And so is Nahia again.
Woo!
Alright, 2 XP. And that was, what, 3 days total?
Yeah, 3 days passed.
Sweet. So yes, it is exactly 3 months until Cleona has Babos.
Babas.
Babos. If your overland travel takes long enough, you might just actually see it in the campaign.
Yeah, true.
Ooh.
480.
Sweet.
Yep.
And yeah, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, thanks for tuning in. We will see you in a few days for 4E. Till then, do take care.